How would you capture it, Kay? I think the simplest, most effective strategy would be to pay turncoat wizards to join our side. The wizards are better at magic than us, but we have more money. Just pay wizards to act as guides, so to let everybody into the building and protect them from spells and shit while they're shooting everything. They don't give a fuck about muggle money, and you don't have access to theirs at all. Harry had to help Ron's dad use the British pounds at one point. He was totally lost. There's canonically Jews at Hogwarts. They'll trade in baseball cards and whomp 'em if they think they can get a good return. And give them gold or some non-magical material they desire. Hey, Mr. Turncoat Wizard, here's your pound of illicit substance, presidential suite, and 17 top-notch hookers. Go nuts. Their magic wands can't block a 20-inch AR shooting M855A1. Die-cast gun. Strike a deal with the Dementors, giants, goblins, and all other types of inferior magical creatures with bones to pick. Claim that as an oppressed muggle, it's time to take the fight to the racist wizards. Have the inferior non-human minorities die in the first wave, then while the wizards are reloading their magical powers, artillery the fuck out of the entire place. A single thermonuclear warhead. To non-wizards, the magic is unusable, so it must be destroyed utterly because it cannot be captured by definition. The only reasonable course is wiping the slate. Not that hard. Actually, stopping bullets and stuff seems pretty exceptional, but the lore doesn't make much sense anyways. VDV, unironically. Drops into the lake, drowns. Isn't that place where this guy lives? Gentlemen, NATO standardization has threatened mankind for generations. Steve, send in the phone spiders. Keck, exactly what I was thinking. T never has seen Harry Potter. Hogwarts Castle, South Jersey Shore. I know you're going to roll your eyes, but hear me out. Harry Potter should have carried in 1911. Here's why. Imagine how epic the first movie would be if Harry had put a breaching charge on the bathroom wall, flashbanged the hole, and then went in wearing NVGs and a Kevlar weave stab vest, carrying a Spaz 12. And have you noticed that only Europe seems to have a problem with Death Eaters? Maybe it's because Americans have spent the last 200 years shooting deer, playing GTA Vice City, and keeping an eye out for black helicopters over their compounds. Meanwhile, Brits have been cutting their steaks with spoons. Remember, gun control means that Voldemort wins. God made wizards, and God made muggles, but Samuel Colt made them equal. Now I know what you're going to say. But a wizard could just disarm someone with a gun. Yeah, well, they can also disarm someone with a wand, as they do many times throughout the books/movies. But which is faster, saying a spell or pulling a trigger? Avada Kedavra, meet Avtomat Kalashnikova. Imagine Harry out in the woods wearing his invisibility cloak, carrying a 50 BMG Barrett, turning Death Eaters into pink mist. Scratching a lightning bolt into his rifle stock for each kill. I don't think Madame Pomfrey has any spells that can scrape your brains off the trees and put you back together after something like that. Voldemort's wand may be 13.5 inches with a phoenix feather core, but Harry's would be 0.50 inches with a tungsten core. Let's see Voldy wave his at 3,000 feet per second. Better hope you have some essence of Dittany for that sucking chest wound. I can see it now. Voldemort roaring with evil laughter and boasting to Harry that he can't be killed, since he is protected by 7 Horcruxes. Only to have Harry give a crooked grin, flick his cigarette butt away, and deliver what would easily be the best one-liner of the entire series. Well then, I guess it's a good thing my 1911 holds 7 plus 1. I haven't seen this pasta since 2011. Outstanding. Is that Castlevania? I wouldn't. It's a shape-shifting demon fortress with a will of its own, and I don't want to be Count Dracula. Gee, thanks, Anon. Now we gotta siege Hogwarts, the laboratory of Dr. Weird, South Jersey Shore, and now Dracula's castle. Sex. Does it need to be intact for me to capture it? I need military or glow-in-the-dark intelligence on how/where to reliably access the magical realm, to locate the target within the realm, and then somehow secure passage for the large amount of manpower and equipment comprising my battle group. Once we're staged, we're going to conduct days of preparatory artillery fires. If we haven't severely damaged the structure by the end of it, then we bug out, because nothing we have is capable of penetrating the defenses. If we have a good effect on target, then we mount with airborne troops and heliborne light infantry. I'd level it with artillery and then send in infantry to capture the smoldering ruins. Just buy a shitload of potions and distribute them to the students at random. If the date rapes don't get the school shut down, pregnancies will cause enrollment to plummet. They are powerful enough to defeat anything they see coming, but are pretty weak and vulnerable when off their guard. So no tanks or mass infantry, but lots of snipers, hit-and-run ambushes, and long-range artillery and drone strikes with immediate redeployment. Day before school starts. Go to train station. Get a few machine guns pointed at the other side of the walkthrough wall. Mow down everyone as they come through. They keep coming because they can't see or hear through it. 100% loss in like an hour. Castle preserved for science. With ordinary guns. Nuke. All those substitutes for magic muggles use electricity and computers and radar and all those things. They all go haywire around Hogwarts. There's too much magic in the air. Goblet of Fire, pages 475 through 476. Bloomsbury, chapter 28. The Madness of Mr. Crouch. I am unsure if guns would actually work in Hogwarts by Rowling's rules, based simply around it's magical, I don't have to explain shit. Bribe the owls to take the ring to Mount Doom. Wizards are canonically shit against organized and well-armed muggers. Like, they can turn a fountain into a golem or move walls, but that's not going to matter when the kill teams come in the stealth choppers and sweep floor to floor in the dead of night. How would you capture it, Kay? Dress up like ghosts to spook them away, and hide a shadow projector that shows scary spiders behind the local water park. They're just kids. Stage a pride parade. LGBT conquers all, with love. I'd go in wielding nothing but my pork sword. Every kid, at least in the UK, with magical powers gets a letter via OWL. Track massive, unprecedented OWL migration to the homes of the magically gifted children. Use covert surveillance to figure out if the parents are muggles or wizards. If parents are wizards, as many are, have glowies either kidnap them plus torture them for information. Recruit them or straight up kill them if the risk is too high. If necessary, also take custody of children with magical abilities. Take them to Glowy Black site for brainwashing, and spend the next 10 to 15 years turning them into perfect killers to have your own dedicated wizard black ops force in the long term. Also figure out a way to easily kill them if they go rogue. Voila. Hey yo, homie. That Castlemania? Y'all gotta get the vampire killer and some holy water and shit. First of all, you need squib agents to infiltrate the facility as janitors, then place C4 inside the teacher's quarters and you surprise attack using some of secret passageways during the night, discovered by your squib agents. You are basically done. Call the cast of Mountain Monsters. They got the experience to take down the magical creatures that surround Hogwarts. I tell the transvestites on Twitter about this series and that the author is open for suggestion. I always thought that it was funny that the wizards thought they could subjugate the human race. Like their most deadly spells could only kill one person at a time and you have to point a stick at someone right in front of you to do it. Any dude with a gun can do that. Kids can crash a car on the grounds. Place all available resources into getting the flying car tech/spells and leave it somewhere. ISIS will find it. Lose a few fake papers explaining how wizards are the true world power and where you can find them. Job's done. Salted cobalt merv or multiple hydrogen bombs in a shake and bake style. I've seen Witch Trainer. Nuke 'em from orbit. Be wizard. Spend years learning how to deflect malicious spells. Lack any idea of what a toaster is, let alone a fucking rifle. Take a 7.62 by 39 round to the dome. Die. Gather as many mudbloods as I can and storm the castle. It's another Shoah. There are like 16 secret entranceways, so I would just casually walk up to one of those. J.K. Rowling is a hack though and forgot she said about those. Shave the head of a quadriplegic retard. Use it to make quadriplegic retard polyjuice potion. Obtain a hair from a house elf that works in the kitchens and polyjuice yourself into a house elf. Slip the quadriplegic retard polyjuice potion into everyone's food. Now that everyone at Hogwarts is retarded and can't use their limbs for a few hours, it should be pretty easy to take it.